So I would give them a phone number to call. It's 1-9364-285-2623. And that's one Wambulance.
Ambulance. You know, some people, but somebody's going to call that number. I hope that's not a real number.
It's not a real number. It's
Okay.
too many digits.
Oh,
But
good.
but this is the thing, like call someone who cares. Like dude, we've all done it. We've all been through it. Just to your point, we've all been there. We've all done it. I worked 100 hours a week for 10 years of my life. And then when I was ready to slow down in my 30s after I got married, I worked 80, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, and that
So you
was
backed
slowing.
off 25% or 20%.
Exactly, because I wanted to spoil myself. Right.
Exactly. You got
So
old.
so I went from 100 to 80, but then I still stayed 80. And then that 80 was for the next decade until I had kids.
Mm.
And then once I had kids, then it knocked down to about 60. And so in my 50s, just a few years around the bend, I'll probably be down to 40. And then I need to accelerate and get from 40 to 0 or 40 to 10, in like a few years. And so that's the way that I looked at it, was the more investment that you make up front, right? It's compounding interest. It's the same concept, but with your time. And that compounding interest that I put in, when some people were like, how did you double everyone's revenue on the board? I was like, I'm twice as talented, and I put in 30% more time.
I mean, that's
Right?
again something Alex Hormozy says, right? If you have somebody at the top of the heap and you want to beat them, don't do what they do. Do more.
You have
Right?
to, unless
You
you're,
have to do
and that's
more.
only if you're, at the end of the day, Mike, how many guys have we been around in our sales careers? And you're like, that guy is an eagle. He's a stud. Like that guy just closes. Closing isn't an event for him. It's a process.
Right.
And so he always gets deals. And that's the guy that I was. So if somebody was going to beat me, they had to be A, as skilled as I was, and B, put in as much time as I did. That's why I lived between 200 and 500% of my quota every year. And I told every VP I ever had, you build a model on me and it's going to break, because I'm the only one that's going to win. And you're going to have a bunch of people leave because they can't make any money. And then I'm going to leave because I can't make enough money because you built the plan based on me.
Right.
I'm special. And so, but it's proven. And that's where I think a lot of younger generation get it wrong, is we aren't programmed to love you like mommy and daddy. Everything that you did, like, oh, congratulations, let's make a big deal. You closed the door finally when you walk in the garage.
These eighth place trophies that you grew up with, life's not that way, buddy.
Yeah, that's what
Not
broke
interested.
it broke society. So my take on it is, don't call the Wambulance. You're going to have to recognize that to do at least the same thing as the guy that did it before you, you're going to have to work at least as hard, learn some lessons from him, so maybe you can get there a little bit faster. But there's no, like they talk about with engines, there's no replacement for displacement, meaning the size of your engine is directly correlated to their speed. This largely is something that's coming into play with life. There's no replacement for showing up and effort. There's no replacement for that.
Yeah.